the next thing we're going to set up, basically we're getting ready to set up the environment for you to draw in. So the next thing you are going to set up is your grid. So same place, go to Tools, Options, and then somewhere up above it should say Grid. I'm going to close this units off a little bit. Up above it should say Grid right there. If you click on that, the dialog box would change a little bit to the grid that you're setting up. For the grid that we want, go to All Viewport, have that click, because I want that to set in every one of these, you know, the perspective, the top, the front, the back, or the front, the side ports. So for the grid count, go ahead and type in 288 for now. We could explain why later. But the minor grid, go ahead and right now it says it's 1/4 inch. Basically 0.25 is 1/4 inch in the decimal units of foot inch thing, right? So for that, let's set this up as 1 inch so that it'll be easy. It won't have so many grids. Every major grid, let's put that as 12. So what that's going to do is every grid line is going to be 1 inch. Every 12 of those units is going to have a major line. So some of these darker line, it's going to show up as where the 12 inches are. You can say show grid area access, show world icon, which are these guys. That's fine. The snap setting, go ahead and put as 6. So that will be explained a little bit later, but just trust me. Okay, and then go ahead and say OK to the whole thing. What that did was, oh, I'm zooming in too close. So if you look at the top view, we have a grid at every inch. Each of these little square represents a 1 inch grid. Right here, the major grid line, if you count these boxes, it should be at the 12 box. So it should be 12 by 12, which will be 1 foot, 1 foot. Okay, so this is a visual cue, visual reference to this thing. Right now, I don't know what you have right here, but if you click on, or if you try to make a line, right, you could make a line anywhere. Top, bottom, wherever. But if you say grid snap, click on that settings right there. Now when you try to draw a line, notice that I can't draw anywhere but these area. It looks like the snap is just, or the cursor is just being sucked in to these points, right? That's because we set the grid snap to 6 inches. So anytime you're drawing, this is kind of gonna help you assist to find your point in space. You could set that grid snap a lot less or a lot more depending on the size of the object that you're drawing. But for what we're doing right now, 6 inches is pretty good right here. So you notice that if I draw a line, it's only going to go to wherever that grid snap spacing is. Okay? But that's basically what we set up at this point. Okay, so if I zoom out on this thing, pan out, mine should look like this.